I taken one trade today, and I think I'm going to be done for the day. Um, Interestingly, I got out way too early, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, man, I left about $5,000 on the table on this one, but it's just a demo, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so what happened this morning is my new favorite instrument to trade these days is the GJ, Great British Pound by the Japanese yen. It just has great volatility. It moves clean. I think it's kind of easy to read. Um, so looking at GJ this morning, and I noticed that, you know, looking at the daily here, the 4 hour here, and the 1 hour here, it just looks so weak. We had MACD cross right here on the 4 hour. It just looked really weak to me. It had a really nice bounce here off the 8 on the daily, and that's I like to play the 8, but an 8 off the daily in my mind is a really good place to get involved. So yeah, looked pretty weak. So I went ahead and looked at the this chart, and I really wanted to get in. Um, I really wanted to get in more towards after the news this morning, but I just didn't I mistimed my entry. These big wicks kind of scared me, so I was waiting for another 15-minute candle that was like a small candle on the purple line on the 8. This is the 15-minute chart, but it never happened. It just shot down. So and I didn't use my 5 minute to get in, which I should have used my 5 minute to get in. But if you look carefully here, you'll see what I was talking about earlier with the pivots. So I put this gold line in because I had all these pivots here across this gold line, this 182.50. And what happened was price came under it this morning, kind of came back up to it, bounced once, and then with the news bounced again. It bounced over it, but the candle body on the 15 stayed under. So you could see a very clear double top there. You can see it on the you can see a very clear double top here also on the RSI. We had a fast cross on MACD here on this candle, and if you take off the wicks and or if you put a line chart on, it's very clear, very clear double bottom or double top, I should say. So, and it's against that gold line that I drew, which is a pivot line, and it's also the second top is against the 15-minute 20 EMA. So it forms basically forms an apex trade right here. So everything about this trade looked really good. So the only problem was my timing. I didn't want to chase it down. I was watching at 27 all the way down, and then it came down here, and I marked this purple area down here because I saw that there would be more pivots down here based on what happened over here. You can see this double bottom right here, a couple of pivots. So I knew there would be resistance in this section, but I didn't know how much. So far, it hasn't really resisted at all. But so anyway, long story short, sorry to go on and on, but I'm just trying to tell you my thought process around this. Long story short, just before the New York Open, it kind of bounced a little bit and put in a descending triangle. And I figured that probably get a continuation. It was kind of a high risk play, really, to tell you the truth, but figured we'd probably get a continuation at the New York Open because we had a nice push down and then a sideways consolidation, and then the New York Open here at 9:30. So I went short at the New York Open. I was just trying to get 7 pips, and I had a 45 lot, so it was a $2,000 risk. And I was just trying to get 7 pips. So I picked up the 7 pips right away, and yeah, I kept on going. Went like another, went like another 17 pips. So it went another like $5,000 under my profit. I took $2,000, 2,200 in profit, 2,260 in profit on that one. So that was basically it. But that's how I found the trade, and that's how I qualified the trade with the double top against the pivot and the 20, and also looking at the daily and seeing that on the daily there was a bounce back and a resistance against that 8. Also, there's a pivot too, pivot right there. So it was a resistance against both that pivot line and the 8 So that was just another indication that we were going to continue down. So that's about it for now. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you in the next one.